Hi, welcome back to the Advocacy Update. We're coming at you live from the VFW headquarters in Washington, D.C., and I have Carl Blake from the Paralyzed Veterans of America to talk about the Veterans Omnibus Package. So this is the Dole Act. It hasn't been passed, but it was introduced a long time ago, and we were expecting this to be passed in 2023. Right. So what's going on?
So there's really, at this point, the bill is being held up really for political purposes. Our community as a whole has coalesced around this bill.
For 2 years now, the provisions in the Omnibus and Veterans bills, including the Act for Veteran Caregivers, have been thoroughly reviewed, debated, and negotiated. They have been shared openly with the veterans, caregivers, families, and survivors who have the greatest stake in the bill's outcome, as well as the organizations that represent them, in order to ensure that all voices were heard. And now, refined by the democratic process, the bill has earned champions on both sides of the aisle and the impassioned support of a united veterans community. Like all bipartisan initiatives, each side was asked to make some sacrifices. Now the time has come to move this bill forward and to deliver on its promises.
There are extremes on both ends who oppose this bill, and I usually say, if the extreme right and extreme left oppose this, then we probably are doing it right because we've coalesced around the middle, a compromised position. That's where we are.
And I don't see how we can truly care for our veterans community if we wait another day to get it passed. For all those who have served and all those considering service in the future, this is our moment to show that we can put politics aside, even when it's an election year, and come together to perform our most noble responsibility, to care for all who have borne the battle.
So there are several really important provisions related to surviving families that are in the Dole Act. So the first one is the removal of the really archaic language that says not only can a surviving spouse not remarry, they can't what's called hold themselves out to be married, which includes cohabitating or just having a long-term partner and putting them in a really dangerous place where they live in fear of somebody turning them in. Additionally, it will restore education benefits for some of our surviving spouses who have remarried or survivors who are in some of the gray areas as far as duty statuses go.
This bill contains so many great provisions that would enhance the lives of countless veterans, in some cases, provide life-saving care.
Any argument against this bill now doesn't serve the real intended purpose of serving veterans, their families, caregivers, and survivors.
Yes, so we need you to act now. Make sure you visit the Legislative Action Center and ask your lawmakers to support these vital improvements that are going to support the veteran, survivor, and caregiver communities.
And just so my message is crystal clear to those who work for us in the Congress, bring this bill to the floor now, and let's get it done. Thank you all for being here.